This is Reflex Arena, a game that's best described by its own name. A fast-paced, pure arena shooter with some of the most satisfying movement in the entire gaming industry. It's like Titanfall 2, but faster, and like Quake, but more refined. Despite this, it's welcoming to people who have never even played an arena shooter before, and has a level builder that's intuitive to add a cherry on top. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. First off, Reflex Arena started its journey as a Kickstarter campaign back in 2014 after a small team calling themselves TurboPixel Studios banded together to create a demo in their spare time. They actually canceled the Kickstarter at $81,000 due to a lack of funding, and then got the game greenlit on Steam, where they sold it as an early access title, which funded further development. Their vision was to create a pure arena shooter experience like how Quake used to be, where it's all in the movement and the action. Pure skill. And honestly, they succeeded. I don't have any personal footage, but I was an early access player of Reflex Arena, and back in its early days, the gameplay was virtually the same as it is now, 7 years later after its demo and 4 years after its official release. And that's by no means a bad thing, and definitely not accidental, especially when you realize they created the entire fucking engine for this game. And it's amazing. You can tell that the developers genuinely cared about the gameplay before anything else. Don't let the fancy, over-the-top concept art for their environments in the trailer fool you. There's something here for everybody. Standard free-for-all arena combat, which has a good balance of difficulty, skill, resource management, and chaos. It doesn't feel dull at any point because you're constantly looking for your next health pickup or a rocket launcher to help get around the map. There's round-based arena mode that results in fast rounds of quick early action followed by very intense 1v1s that can go on for what feels like the most adrenaline-pumping rush of 14 seconds you've ever felt in your life. And then there's Instagib, where it's one shot, one kill with the railgun, and melee. But I haven't even touched on the movement there, and if you've been watching the video while I talk, then you've probably caught on to what makes Reflex truly special. The movement engine in this game was built deliberately with bunny hopping and verticality in mind. You can easily build up a lot of speed to get around quickly. Press and hold jump after each jump to make bunny hopping more fair and accessible, and gain a lot of height by jumping rapidly onto a slightly elevated surface. All of which make combat that much more interesting. And if you want to practice, or to challenge yourself, among the many regular arena community-made maps with the built-in, excellently crafted map editor, there is also race maps that are reminiscent of B-Hop or Surf maps in the Source Engine games. Now that just scratches the surface. There's optional cosmetic customization, matchmaking, a community server browser. Everything is very fast to load and just gets you into the action instantly. And the spectator system is among the best I've ever seen, period. So then, why aren't we all playing Reflex? Actually, why is almost nobody playing Reflex? On average, there are less than 4 people playing this game at any given time. The peak this month was when I had my patrons get together and play it on one of the Eggplant Arena servers. If you plan on playing this game alone, you're not going to have much fun because Reflex Arena, despite having amazing movement, a solid set of weapons that feels balanced and fun, a large variety of community-made content, cosmetics, and a desire from all who played it for it to succeed, is missing the largest element of success for any video game of its kind: the players. And really, well, that's just because nobody seems to know this game exists. The all-time peak on Steam was less than 200 consecutive players. The 2 trailers for the game have a combined total of under 100,000 views on YouTube, and finding videos from any content creators at all regarding this game, aside from arena shooter enthusiasts or retrospectives on failed games, there's basically nothing. Even when asking a bunch of my friends, nobody had even heard of this game, and that really blows my mind. In a way, it reminds me of Titanfall 2. It's an incredible game that had a lot of obvious love, care, and passion put into it by the people that actually play these games themselves. But because of a lack of advertising and content creator attention, it's been left to dwindle away and become just a footnote on a Wikipedia page. I think it deserves more than that. This game has potential. Extremely high skill ceilings in movement and gunplay, fast-paced action that can be fun for a group of casual friends or FPS veterans, a set of mutators to change up gameplay, various modes, everything is here. Everything is great. It looks beautifully simplistic, and I really mean that, and it runs great too on basically any hardware. It's just missing players. Maybe we can change that. I host regular impromptu game nights with my patrons over on Discord. You don't need to become a patron to be in my server, but if you'd like to support more videos like this and my other content, consider checking out my float plane below. And a big thank you to those aforementioned patrons for supporting my work, because without you, this wouldn't be possible. I also stream every day over on Twitch, so consider checking that out. And if any of that interests you, well, maybe you'll end up catching one of the Reflex streams or Reflex game nights, and we can all raise the player count together. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.